Aloha. Sorry I'm late. I was outside dropping off compost, dropping off food at grandma's, trying to do half of the grocery shopping that I have to do for this week's shoots. And then, you know, obviously I calculated enough time to get everything done, but not with snow on the ground, so it was pretty gross. Lots of yellow melting slush, lots of gray slush, and lots of slippery slopes. But hi, Freddie. Look at him in the doorway.
He's been begging for food all day.
But I fed him at 8.
I don't know.
Are you hungry? Why are you so hungry, Freddie? So we're here. Well, I'm here. I'm still trying to warm up a little bit, but I basically have some soursop juice that I got, I don't know, 2 years ago. I feel like this was a very long time ago, and it's been sitting in the freezer, and every time I open the freezer, I'm just like, June, what the fuck are you gonna do with this? So today we're gonna do something with it. I mostly just wanted to schedule a live for myself to get going for the day because I woke up pretty early because Fred wouldn't stop meowing, and then the radiator went off. And then I dragged myself out of bed at 7:50 to feed Fred, at which point I was like, well, you're awake, you should do things. But the funny thing about life nowadays is I wake up and I feel physically perfectly fine, but I will just get seized by inaction. It will feel quite paralyzing on some days. Just a whole slew of different kinds of anxiety and regret and dread, and it's a pretty potent combination, and so I'm trying to get myself to just do one thing. Just don't think about all the things you have to do, but just do one thing. And so for me to schedule a live in advance is also for me to be like, hey, you have a live going at this time. Maybe you can get one more thing done before then. And the paralysis comes from too much thinking and no doing. And so your brain will just build up this event until it seems colossal and unmovable. Right, Fred? Right, Freddie? What a beautiful boy. So I'm here. I just got some groceries. I'm gonna put them away. I'm gonna wash my mask, and that's all. Hang around if you want, but it's gonna be a pretty relaxed stream with not a lot of planned content. Do you like Chobani or Faye anymore, Aaron?
Chobani.
Alright, then the Faye will be for me.
Okay.
Okay. My socks are wet and gross. Soursop is a kind of tropical fruit that actually has neurotoxins in it, so be very careful how you consume your soursop. Aaron, I also, because I've been using your almonds for work, I also got a refill of almonds.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We can go out later to get wine and my remaining groceries if you wanted to. I recall you wanting to do such a thing. Curry leaves. I've been keeping these zippy bags for compost uses. So if you could keep them for me. Let me tell you guys what everything cost. We got some yogurt, $7 a piece. We got some carrot. Wow. Damn. The carrots were 79 cents a pound, and I got exactly $1 worth of carrots. Wow. We got some 3 heads of garlic for $1.50. I didn't want to buy them in the plastic sleeves. Whenever I get a chance to buy loose packed garlic, I do that. Curry leaves for $1. Cashew, 14 ounces for $7. 100 grams of anise seed for $3. 7 ounces of walnuts for $3.49. These are going to be ingredients for next week's shoots. Almonds, 3 pounds for $14. They used to be 10, no more. And then I got 2 pounds of tahini for $8.99. So, hi Fred. You interested in my grocery haul prices? Inflation is horrible, y'all. Inflation is like so much worse this year than I've ever remembered it as an adult. Maybe my parents dealt with this insane amount of inflation before, but this year has just been like, I've seen some stuff at the Chinese grocery store double. I just don't know how we're supposed to keep doing this. Aaron, have you given him treats?
No.
Did you get your Wordle?
I gave some yogurt.
Okay. Did you get some Wordle?
I'm currently thinking about my next one.
Okay. How do y'all like Wordle? I got like none of my first 4 tries green, only 1 yellow per guess, and then I got it on my 5th guess. I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna run out. I actually almost failed on the Wordle 2 days ago, but Aaron accidentally gave me a hint, and I was like, it must be this. The yogurt is about 2 pounds, so it's about $3.50 a pound of yogurt. It's Greek yogurt, so it is more strained. If you just buy normal, unstrained yogurt, you can probably get it for $3 to $3.50 for 2-pound container. Flavor deliciously. Got that, chef. Okay, before we start on my various experiments, I would like to, let's see what I would like to do. I would like to put away some of my bulk items into jars. It's time that we shift some of Mom's stuff around, I think, because I don't know, y'all, it's, you know, I've been ranting about this many times, but it's been very hard using her stuff and seeing them all just disappear slowly, and I think perhaps moving them into a different container will kind of stage my detachment to them. So we're just gonna move various things around, jostle them a little bit, maybe train myself to let go of the attachment to things, and maybe even how to let go of the attachment to selves. I don't know. It sounds grandiose, but at this point, you good over there? Okay, I'm gonna put my almonds away first, but the restaurant rule is first in, first out, so we have a jar of almonds that are older. I'm gonna dump this out into a jar first, put the newer almonds down on the bottom, and then dump it back in. First in, first out, FIFO, I don't know how to pronounce it, but that is the #1 restaurant rule. You wanna smell an almond? No interest. A couple of weeks ago, I rewatched that SNL skit. Did anyone telepathically figure out which skit I was talking about? It's the skit starring Adele, where they go to a clairvoyant, and they get their fortunes told, and their fortunes are all about the really silly, nonsensical, illogical scenarios that they get into because of COVID, but obviously in that skit they don't know it's COVID. So some of the ridiculous things are just like, all of your friends stopped talking to you because you dared to go eat at a restaurant. And then another one was, you are standing at the sink crying while washing a bag of chips. which is why I thought of the skit, because these bags I did not wash. I hope that's okay. I have made myself some tea and we shall drink it. Will it fit? Maybe not. We'll see. We shall see. Maybe I can move the wood ears. Yeah, okay. Woohoo! I have been using these beans for Grandma's congee. I got sent them by Camellia. They're really good. I don't know much about the company, so I can't vouch for their ethics, but good beans. That's all. I've also been putting some black beans in Grandma's congee as well. Let's see if we can marry these two. Yes. Woohoo. Oh. Do you like plastic, Fred? Do you want to tear it apart? That one's already got some rips in it, so, you know. Go ahead, tear it apart. Do it. I dare you. Do it. Grandma's, as far as I know, okay. I only see her about once or twice a week now. Sometimes the facility holds video calls on Thursdays for their residents, so sometimes I schedule a video call as well. But for the most part, because of the increase in cases at their facility, a negative test result is required, either same day rapid or PCR valid for 3 days. It's just very taxing on me to commit to that kind of time and testing. So I test once a week and I go for 2 days. But I got tested yesterday and they said because of the snow, the results might not come back in time for Chinese New Year. So we'll see. We'll see. Do we think this will fit in here? And do we think this will fit in here? Maybe? I don't know. Ugh, no. Damn it, just try. Can we make it fit? This is also like very heart-wrenching for me because every time I move them into a smaller container, I have to come to grips with the fact that I have less and less of these ingredients left to use. In the beginning, I was trying to give them away to strangers, absolute strangers, because they were just so overwhelming. And I didn't think I would have room in my apartment to haul all these ingredients back to. So one of my biggest regrets is giving away all of Mom's rice. I have just this amount left of her rice. I have her glutinous rice, which I've been putting into Grandma's congee, but yeah, regrets. They'll be here for a while. Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell myself too, that they're enjoying the ingredients. I mean, I hope they are. I hope they didn't like find a random hair in there and be like, I'm gonna toss all of this out. Because that would make me very sad. But I just have to learn to let go, really. I'm having a very difficult time letting go. Maybe with time, I'll get better at it. Yeah, Freddie? Tell me what else is on your mind, bud. Sorry for the accidental ding. What do I use Whittier for? You can use it in soups and stir fries. Use it like a mushroom. Basically, it's a fungus. It's a crunchy fungus. Oh my god, the paperwork is horrendous. If I didn't have to deal with any of Mom's accounts, I would probably be in much better shape, both like physical health-wise and mental health-wise and emotional health-wise. Having to figure out all the moving parts of how to not lose out financially on all that Mom had been working so hard to earn. The weight of that responsibility combined with just the layers that you have to keep peeling back. I'm so burnt out, I can't learn anymore about financial stuff, but there is so much blind spot for me in terms of what to do financially. It's very overwhelming, so I'm probably just gonna have to end up paying thousands of dollars asking professionals how to handle it, and just submit myself to that fee, because as much as I want to handle it for myself, to like really feel like I've retained as much of Mom's savings as possible, it's going to take years for me to even learn a tenth of what I need to know in order to answer all of my own questions. The kind of financial literacy that we don't have is astounding for this world. Why, for example, are there so many different kinds of IRA accounts and products? There's so many different types. What is the difference between money market and bonds and mutual funds? Like, what are all these terms? I have no idea. I have no interest in any of these things. I do not care for them. I just want to know, what do I do with these random ass accounts? So that's what's been going on through my mind. Yeah, I need to learn about loopholes, but you need money to learn about loopholes, which is why only the rich get to be richer. It costs money to learn what to do with money, to hold on to money, and to grow money. Like, if you don't have the money to start, then you just won't have the money ever. So I'm trying to be, like, every day I have to go through this routine of convincing myself it really doesn't matter how much money is left, because mom is gone. And so even if I don't do the quote unquote best job of figuring this all out, it's not that important. Especially for me, who doesn't really care about money. Like right now, the only reason why I'm stressing over all of these accounts is because I feel a responsibility to mom, to not fuck it up for her. Ooh, but mom's gone. Can you tell the difference between the sticky rice that I have and mom's sticky rice? They look pretty much identical, right? So maybe one day I'll just forget whose is whose. Oh, I don't know. Maybe mine looks a little bit yellower. Got some mung beans. These are tiny. These are tiny mung beans. Oops, I dropped one. Grandma really likes mung beans in her congee, so I got her some mung beans and baby mung beans. I don't think you're going to fit in any of these containers. What do you think, Fred? Where do you think I should put? Oh, yes, you are right. Oh my gosh. What a brilliant boy. This white container that I didn't think to use. I think you'll do just great for the mung beans, right? Is that what you're trying to say to me? Oh, that's not gonna fit. That's definitely not gonna fit. You tried though, Fred. You tried. I appreciate the attempt. That Look at him. Can you see him in the corner next to the plastic bag? Just one ear peep. Oh, there he is. All right, Fred. Hi, Freddy. What you doing, buddy? Let's label this white tub, or else I will forget immediately what's in it. Okay. Wow, I did not think this was not gonna fit. Ooh, my calculation skills are off today. Mung bean is kind of like a lentil. I mean, all beans kind of cook down to mush, right? Mung beans have a fibrous outside that helps them keep their shape, but if you get mung beans from Patel Brothers that's already de-skinned, they basically cook the way lentils do and just turn into mush because they don't really have that skin holding them together. Oh, that's not the lid. This is the lid, this is the lid, okay. Maybe I'll just keep these in their bags for now, so I can stop procrastinating on actually using my soursop things. What do you guys think is the taste difference between anise seeds and fennel seeds? Ooh, these smell really good. Like very licoricey mintiness. Yes, very licoricey. They taste a lot soapier to me than fennel seeds do. Hello, Nairobi. Did you get it, Aaron?
Yeah.
Congrats. How many tries?
I quit it.
Me too.
The word that I didn't know was the word brung for getting me there.
Rung?
B-R-U-N-G.
B-R-U-N-G?
Yeah.
What? Brung. You had brung? You had brung.
It was rung, but brung was my second to last guess.
You just spoiled it for people.
Oh.
Don't listen to... Sorry.
Well, you asked me.
Sorry if you heard him, and sorry if you got spoiled on your Wordle today. This is one thing that I've learned about Wordle, is if you don't want it spoiled accidentally, you gotta do it first thing in the morning. The anise seeds that I chewed, they have almost a Sichuan peppercorn effect on my tongue right now, where it's giving me like micro vibrations on the surface where they touched. Very interesting spice. Okay, so for the soursop liquid, I'm thinking what I'll do is melt them down, put agar in it, taste it, maybe add some sugar, and then we're gonna set it into a jelly. That way I have some sort of dessert. Hi, Freddie. Boop. Here's the agar that I didn't finish. And I also have some buttermilk. I've seen people do these jellies that are layered. I've seen them at Thai places a lot. So I think maybe we could make a layer of soursop, a layer of buttermilk, and then try to fridge them until they set. I haven't really thought very much into this whole thing, y'all. Not at all. Haven't thought about it at all, actually. Pay no attention to the random hair that I just pulled out. It's okay, you're not eating it, I am. Relax. Some people told me how to use the Agar on the last time I tried to use it in a Budget Eats. I think it was in the Pantry Clean Out episode, but I totally didn't listen. This is soursop fruit pulp. It just has soursop in it, product of Colombia, and it is best of use by August 24, 2022, so we're not expired yet, actually. That's exciting. I'm going to see what the flavor is. Ooh, that's actually quite delicious. Aaron, do you want to try soursop puree?
Sure.
It has like, it's the fruit that Peter really likes with neurotoxins in it.
Okay, I'll try it later.
Okay. You'll try it later. Well, I'm gonna eat it now. It's very creamy. Yum. Ooh. I'm not even gonna make anything with that second bag. I'm just gonna eat it. That is delicious. Wow. It's got, how do I describe this flavor? If you take a very, 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 very good nectarine and you crossed it with a ginger gold apple, and then, you're not gonna eat this, Freddie, but you can smell it. What's that liquid on your whiskey? You got water on your whiskey. Sorry, what was I saying? A really good nectarine with a ginger gold crossed with lychee. That's what this tastes like right now. And just a hint of Asian pear. There's something very floral about it, the way pears are, but there's something also very tart sweet about it. Very fresh. So it's not cloying like perfumes can be. It's definitely got some of that like passion fruit vibe, because I guess they're both from the same region, geographic region. I got this at Food Bazaar on Northern Boulevard. How do I make sure that you too see Fred, but also watching me? Is there a way? No, No, there is not a way without me breaking everything. Aye. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right, we're back here. So it's just looking very creamy. Once we have this up to a boil, I don't even think I want to add much sugar to it. I'm just gonna go in with my agar. And then I think I'm gonna cook down these cranberries with a little bit of sugar and make the buttermilk layer red. What do you think? Ay, ay, ay. Are you watching the football game today, Aaron?
No.
Have you lost interest now that your boys are out of the game?
Yeah.
So the mixture was bubbling. I've poured in some of the agar. I'm stirring it in so that it's not clumping. And I'm just keeping the heat on a low heat so that we can continue simmering it to make sure the agar is properly dissolved. I don't know if agar is as sensitive to heat as gelatin is. Once you start cooking gelatin at a boiling temperature for longer than a couple of seconds, it sometimes kills the setting power of it. But as far as how agar holds up to heat, I'm not sure. I just know that the last time I tried to use it, I failed. Probably because I added too much citrus juice to it, which apparently interferes with the setting powers. So I'm just gonna stir this for a minute. Okay, apparently you have to boil agar. Thank you for letting me know. Agar is a sort of algae, so it kind of sets things the same way that pectin sets things, but pectin is derived from fruits and vegetables. And then gelatin is derived from collagen in animals, so gelatin is not vegetarian. Pectin and agar are. Very, very creamy. It almost looks like a curd. My mom would kill me right now knowing that I'm setting this in silicone, which is plastic, which she considers to be toxic. Maybe I let that cool off a little bit. Maybe we work on our cranberry. Ooh, Nauco. What was your surgery? Gonna go in with a little bit of sugar because cranberry needs it. Then I've got some buttermilk that was sell by January 16th that I've had open for like 2 weeks. Still smells good. I don't see signs of mold, so that's good. We're just gonna cook this until it bursts, and then I'm going to add in the buttermilk, and then the agar. The good thing about this is if it doesn't set, it'll still probably be pretty damn delicious. It'll just be like a curd, like a little fruity pudding cup. In the meantime, I really just want to eat this. I'm gonna probably half freeze it again so that it solidifies a little bit, because right now it's just like, you know how some countries sell milk in bags? This is what it feels like. It's just a milk in a bag. So I'm just gonna set it in the freezer and let it solidify a little bit more, so I can have myself a little icy snack. You know what? I'm actually gonna put in the agar only with the cranberries, because I just remember that buttermilk actually curdles when you heat it. So that's probably not a good idea. So, okay. Here we go. This is turning into a paste, which I'm guessing will not bode well for our end product, but I want to use up the buttermilk without really cooking it. What are your favorite almond cookies involving egg whites, guys? I gotta use up some egg whites. Or, doesn't have to be almond cookies. What are some of your favorite egg white recipes? Turning the heat off, streaming in a little bit of buttermilk. Ooh, just splashed it all over my stovetop. Slowly taking on a very pretty purple, red, magenta color. Cranberry panna cotta. I've never seen it, but that sounds like a really good restaurant dessert come the holidays. I feel like cranberry panna cotta should be a thing. I also wonder if this will set. I'm not sure. I am very not sure. But like I said, even if it doesn't set, I'll still eat it. That's what these lives are for, y'all. We're just here to play with food. I'm not here to show you a recipe. I'm just here to see if things will work. Sometimes they don't. I just end up eating it anyway. Very pretty though. Okay, now that this has a chance to cool, I don't want to let it cool too long because then it'll start just setting. The edges have already basically started setting. You can see that kind of pattern. So let's just go ahead, give it a stir. You can see that this cup has already set up a little bit. There's like nuggets that have already started solidifying. I'm gonna pop this into the fridge. Y'all making fun of my cartilage dessert? That's okay. I accept the criticisms. YouTube might not let you link directly in the chat box, unfortunately. But I wonder if you guys can post it on your little secret Discord. Your little Discord community. I don't think the cranberry layer will set. Here's what I'm gonna do. I don't want any more agar in my life anymore. I'm going to just cook this agar up. I'm gonna cook the agar up in just a little bit of water, and then we'll stream it into the buttermilk mixture. That way it's definitely gonna set, because I want to get rid of everything today. I do not want anything anymore. Turn that water down. are going to risk curdling it, but the heated amount of agar-agar will be so small when compared to the amount of buttermilk mixture that we have. And plus the buttermilk now is kind of combined with the cranberry jelly, so look at that. It's already setting up. You can see. And yes, everything in life is a risk. Sometimes you just gotta take it. Otherwise, you'll never know, which is fine if you don't want to know and you don't care to know. But if it's gonna bother you forever for the rest of your life and come back to haunt you of whether or not you would have curdled it, better to try it than to not try it. I say fertile. Fertile sounds weird. Fertile makes me feel like we're in a dystopic past future. I wonder what agar-agar tastes like on its own. Tastes like nothing. Bye, Lena. Okay, it's looking a little bit clumpy, probably because the buttermilk was already cold. And then we streamed in hot, and then it just set in uneven bits, which not ideal, but what I probably should have done is cook the cranberries down with sugar and water, boiled the agar-agar in the amount that I wanted to use it in until it was completely dissolved and boiled, and then streamed in the buttermilk for a smoother consistency, but too late. Set already. Completely. I'm gonna try a little piece of this. That's nice. That's actually really nice. Mild. You wanna smell it? No interest, Freddie? He's like, what do you think I am? A dumbass? We're making stuff with agar agar and soursop puree. This top layer is definitely not going to set. I can already tell between the difference of pouring this in and pouring the soursop mixture in that this one is of a completely different thickness and gel nature than the soursop. Maybe there's also a sort of like fat interference in here from the buttermilk. I'm not sure. Like the edges on the pot of the cranberry buttermilk mixture isn't at all solidified. It's still very smooth. Probably could have used more sugar on the cranberry mixture actually. Oh well. It's got a bit of a yogurty tang to it. Yes, Krista, that's exactly right. You got all the ingredients. Did everyone tell me what their favorite egg white recipe is yet? Bye, Dawn. Hello, DC. So normally I just whip up my egg whites, throw in some sugar, throw in the almond flour, throw in flavorings, and bake them. But today, I kind of want to like boil the almond flour with some sugar on the stovetop first, stream in some of the egg whites, and then whip in the rest of the egg whites, and see what a textural difference that might be. Ooh, an apple core, is this for me? I think it is for me. I also think today we're gonna fold in a little bit of Mom's Rose into these almond cookies. I don't know how they're gonna turn out, but I just figured, let's try it. We are not making macarons. I do not have the patience. I do not have the patience to make macarons. I'm gonna throw out the stem ends because they're not really readily crushed. Probably not very good to eat either. Okay. I'm not gonna measure anything. I don't have the brain power to do so today. Aaron, should I use turbinado sugar or normal sugar in our almond cookies?
Yes.
Yes. It's a plastic bag. I'll be fine. My life is a mess. Carbonado sugar it is. The Bills did play a great game, indeed. I'm sure Aaron will never really quite be consoled. So I'm just toasting the almond flour and the sugar together until the almonds get a little bit fragrant and nuttier, and until the sugar kind of melts. And then I'm going to stream in the rose, crush it in a little bit with the mixture, and then I'm going to, I think, pour in half of our egg whites and then beat the other half until they're nice and fluffy. And then we'll wait for this to cool down a little bit before I fold in the beaten egg whites. I'm not really sure what I'm trying to make here, except a disaster. Ooh, that almond flour is cooking fast. Guess I should have melted the sugar a little bit more first, huh? Well, you live and you learn. It definitely might cook the egg whites. For sure, for sure. Rose. Sorry, you guys can't actually see any of this, can you? Speak up. Oh, Freddie left. When did Freddie go? He got bored. Ooh, I burnt a little bit. Oopsies. Let me see what I can do about that little burny bit. I think that definitely cooked some of the egg whites. They'll be very interesting cookies, that's for sure. for whatever stupid reason, I really, really, really don't feel like taking out my hand mixer, and I already know I'm gonna regret this, but we're gonna beat the egg whites by hand. Now you can ask me all the questions, if you have any. Indonesian soya chips. I found them at Gmart on Roosevelt Avenue on like 52nd or 54th in Woodside. It's just a normal Chinese grocery store. I don't know. You're just gonna have to check out your Asian grocery stores. These pans are not double-sided, unfortunately. We're gonna take a break, and I'm going to taste this dough to see what it tastes like. Very sweet and very almondy. So happy to hear that, Martine. Ooh. Sophia, you want your baking sheets to look rusty. That's just seasoning. The only way to get them to not look rusty is to scrub them until they're shiny again, but then you're destroying both the tray and the seasoning. If you keep scrubbing them down, they'll just not be as non-stick as they naturally will become. But I find that one crucial thing about not developing too much of a patina on your baking sheet trays is the key thing is you have to use enough soap to get off all the fat. It's the same way that you season a cast iron by applying fat. If you leave fat on there, even after you wash it and you didn't get all the fat off, that layer of fat stays on there, and then when you bake it the next time, that fat gets polymerized, which means the fat basically burns to a char that then converts to a plasticky sort of thing. So Mom has this really expired 5-spice that I couldn't bear myself to throw out completely. I did dump out like most of it. I just kept a little bit. I think we're just gonna put a little bit of 5-spice in these cookies. You know? If I'm gonna keep it, might as well use it, right? I'm also gonna go in with a little bit of baking powder. I'm not sure why I'm feeling like I need to today, but I've never really added baking powder to these almond cookies, and I want to know what effect they'll have, if any. Just a little bit. We're getting there. Bake. 350. I have a hand mixer, I just don't want to use it. Y'all, you missed a really good live stream last night because I didn't put one on, but I basically had another one of those like tear up papers by hand for 3 hours nights. And then in the middle of it, I had a nice big shuddering cry. It was very exciting. That was my night. Toast some sunflower seeds while the oven's preheating. Really? We can blame this on retrograde? I wish. Let's shape. And by shape, I just mean plop onto the sheet tray. Oh, that's a chonky. That's a chonker. Might have to steal some of you back. I'm sorry. Sorry for my promises broken. Maybe I should do that thing with macarons where you let it dry out for half an hour. In the meantime, I guess I could just keep toasting nuts. Fred has gone to the other room, but once I clean up my dishes, I could maybe bribe him over with a snack or two. Cookie dough. We're just gonna let these cookies hang out and dry out on top a little bit. I don't know if that's gonna do anything, but I'll set a timer for our nuts. I think that's it. I always have days where doing anything besides eating feels too much. Every day. Hello, Brianna's kids. I feel like the Lord's Day should just be drinking, no? I feel like we should have no drinking on any other day except Sunday. Also, how does no drinking work on Sundays anyway? When you take communion? Like, isn't that wine? Oh no, it's Jesus' blood, right? Cool. We're gonna keep pretending that. reverends and pastors do we think go to the back room on Sundays before and after service and just like chug some wine just to get through the day? My communions used red wine for the most part. There might have been one church that I went to with a Chinese congregation that used grape juice. Fun fact, I begged my parents to get me baptized because I felt like I was missing out on communion and I wanted to eat that thing too. So that's why I got baptized. Like most things in life that you build up anticipation for, it was pretty gross. And I was like, huh, this is it, huh? I feel like communion might have been as disappointing as sex. But then you figure out that the actual act of consummation in both instances is not the point of it. Funny how we miss the point on a lot of things in life, no? I didn't get any presents. I don't even know if I ever did confirmation ceremony either. Can't remember. I feel like I stopped going to church when I was in high school, maybe? Okay, I am starting to smell the toasting nuts, which means we should take a peek because they might just be burning. Oh yeah. The sesame, not the sesame, the sunflower seeds definitely ready. Cashews still have a ways to go. Okay, for the sunflower seeds, I'm gonna toast the other bit too. That way I don't have to find another jar to keep all of them in. I eat all of the food from Budget Eats. Budget Eats is one of those shows where I don't really give other people the food that I make because most of the time they're too experimental and I'm honestly kind of embarrassed to give them to people because they're not really tested recipes. They're not really like your run-of-the-mill recipes either, so I don't really know who has an appetite for Budget Eats recipes. But the last one wasn't too hard to eat up. Especially because they were mostly mom's ingredients. I was just like, I want all of these to myself. Hello, Houston. Do I have a favorite unitasker tool? I feel like a lot of things are unitaskers. Knives, spoons. Aaron really liked the Caicos, yeah, the sesame balls. I don't smell you, so you're not ready. Okay, let's check on our jelly thingies. Okay, the cranberry set, actually. Wow, look at that. Okay. The top one is not as set as the bottom one. They are different levels of set, for sure. It is set, but it is very much not together. So, this tastes like applesauce. Like cranberry flavored applesauce, actually. It's hardly a jelly. This is more jelly-like for sure. That's unfortunate. Aaron, shall I bring you a piece of the soursop jelly? Everyone?
What?
Do you want to try a piece of the soursop jelly?
Not now.
What if I give it to you now?
Okay. Why? Did you make that or did that come with a snack?
I made it.
Cool.
Do you would say the soursop portion is a go. I would say this one is not so much a go. Oh well, can't win them all. I might pop the cranberry bit out and like mix it in with yogurt and just eat it as a yogurt topping. In fact, let's do that now. Sour milk is buttermilk. It's not sour milk that I use, it's buttermilk. I would say sour milk, like literally expired sour milk, I've never really successfully cooked with. Okay, so one of my favorite things to eat now is just quick cooking, aka instant oats, mixed with Greek yogurt, mixed with honey, but instead of honey, because I added a shit ton of sugar to the cranberries, let's just dump the cranberries in. Make ourselves a little oatmeal slop. These are sunflower seeds on the counter. I'm just toasting some nuts before we bake our almond cookies. I want them to kind of dry out a little bit, kind of like how you would make macarons. Delicious. I'm trying to convince myself that this is delicious, but I do consider the cranberry jelly a fail. It does not have a good texture, it's not quite sweet, the buttermilk didn't add enough richness, and the texture is all kinds of wrong, so, but we're gonna eat it, because I put ingredients into it, and I don't want to waste it. And we're just gonna pretend it's like cranberry flavored sweetened yogurt, which it kind of is. It's basically solidified buttermilk, which is tangentially related, no? You know? Have I lied enough to myself to make myself believe it? I'm not sure. Oh my god. Bailey's, but instead of Bailey's, let's use the coquito. I still didn't finish the coquito. Fantastic idea. Cheers, y'all. We're gonna drink on God's day. Whoops. That could have been a disaster. But we narrowly avoided it. Bye, Kendra. Alright, our cookies are gonna go in because they are not really sticky anymore, so I don't have the patience to wait any longer. Who knows, maybe they would have been better if we waited longer, but let's go for 10 minutes. But I'm gonna set a 5-minute timer for our cashews. Oh, I might be confusing the selling of alcohol with the consumption of alcohol on Sundays. Well, I don't get the logic, right? If you're selling alcohol on Sundays, if you're drinking alcohol on Sundays, why can't you sell it? What's the diffo? Doesn't make sense, y'all. Freddie, do you want some treats? You ready? Paw? Up. 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 Good boy. Come up. Come up. 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 Freddie. Up. Yes. Up. Up. You sound like a little tiger. He's going. I have no more, my friend. He's like, more. I'll give you one more piece. That's it, Freddie-O. Now all I have is cranberry oatmeal. He's like, no. No, thank you. You want some? Bye, Jolie. I only have cranberry oats. Do you want any? That's a no. Is that the spot, Fred? Where's the spot that you like? Is it here? How's the weather in Ireland? What would you like to say to the people, Freddie? Okay. 2 minutes left on our cookies. I'm gonna see how they're doing. Ooh, puffy. They look fun. and save me some peanut butter. We're gonna fold that into our oatmeal. Just a little bit. Does anybody make their own curry paste at home? And if so, what do you put in it? Curry paste or curry powder? What are your favorite dominant spices? I'm asking because I have to make one. There's also very many different kinds of curry powders. I realize that. Japanese flavor profiles are my personal favorite curry blends, but like Southeast Asian curries are also amazing. But I don't think I'm gonna go that route. Mostly using dried spices, probably no lemongrass or some such. Two more minutes. And then done. Scared of a plastic bag, Freddie. Wow. Welcome back, my boy. They're done. I'm gonna turn off the video. I will do that soon. I'm gonna turn off the oven. I'm gonna let them sit for 2 more minutes. And then we'll try them and we'll eat them, and then I will bid you farewell. I hope you enjoyed this longer stream. Let's see what you guys said about curry powder. Turmeric, cardamom, cinnamon, cumin, smoked paprika, coriander. Yes, I am thinking about all of them. I've never had Korean curry blocks, actually. to try the almond cookie hot or cold?
I'll be right over.
You don't have to come. I can bring it to you. Oh no! There's a chip on Mom's plate. Whoops. Ah well. Bound to happen. They are kernels, not whole. Aaron brought back these amazing almond cookies from Turkey, and I've been wondering how they make them. I'll have to study more into it. They have like these kind of crackly surfaces with a very light interior.
With the Turkish cookies?
Yeah, the Turkish cookies. These are still very hot, so I'm gonna grab you
No
one.
try yet?
You can try, but they're just hot. You won't be able to taste them very well.
I'll wait. What's Freddie been up to over here?
Asking for treats.
Did you give him any?
I gave him some. Do you want to take it away with you? Wait for it to cool? Okay.
Let's see.
It's hot.
That won't stop me. I see what you're going for, yeah. I feel
What am
like
I going for?
the Turkish cookies. I feel like you're 60% of the way there. The flavor is very similar.
Texture is
Yeah.
dense,
Mhm.
moist.
Too dense inside and not crispy enough outside. But the flavor is very, very close.
I think they use a lot more whipped egg whites, and I feel like they use almond extract. And not that much almonds.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like theirs
Does this
is,
have almonds in it?
it's almond flour, Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like theirs is way more like macarons, like French macarons.
Right. Roasted cashews.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Enjoy your cookie.
Thank you.
All right, peeps. Take care of yourself. Have a good rest of your day. Stay hydrated. Freddie, what would you like to say to the people? Yes, whatever Fred said. Have a good week, y'all. Happy New Year.